What's going on, you guys? So, I just upset a bunch of honeybees and had to run inside because they started to swarm me. And it kind of reminds me, it's an interesting metaphor for what happens at the end of a month when everybody starts to go crazy. There's this crazy energy that starts happening on the sales floor, right? And so here's what we're talking about today. And before I forget, you guys, we are just a couple days away from the amazing 10 Days to Top Bonus Challenge. And I know you've been hearing about it. I know you've been seeing reps like do the miraculous and everybody around you is going, what happened? They haven't sold in weeks or months. And just wanted to, before I forget, to invite you into the 10 Days to Top Bonus Challenge. We are beginning. Go to toplevelbonus.com and we'll see you on the inside. But I want to talk to you. Hey, love you too. What I want to talk to you guys about is, what's that thing? What is that thing that's standing in between you and where you are right now and being at the top this month? Whether the top is being number one, whether the top is being top 3, top 5, even top 10, depending on your sales site. And it really comes down to one thing, you guys. You probably fall into one of these 3 conditions, these 3 situations. And what those are is, one, you have yet to get your month started, right? Sorry, I'm moving the screen a lot. You've yet to get your month started. And maybe it's like, it just feels so like not cool. You haven't started selling, or maybe you have 1 or 2 deals for the month. And if that's you, just okay. Let's just, first step is awareness, like, and admitting to where you are right now, right? If you want to break through where you're at, you've got to admit to where you are in order to change. And so if that's you, just admit it and drop a 1. You have not got your month started, or maybe it's not started for how you believe it should go, right? So that's where you could be at. The second place that you could be at is you could be having a so-so month, right? Like it's okay. It's not amazing. It's not great, but it's okay. And if that's the type of month that you're having right now, knowing that for most of you, we have 10 days, 11 days going to the end from now until the end of the month. So if that's you, drop a 2 below. And the other person is, the other type of rep right now is just crushing it. Like you're on fire. Like, oh my God, I'm selling everybody. It's all the way up to the top, right? And if that's you, actually that should be number 1, but let's just write number 3 this time. So that's 3, right? And then maybe you're brand new. Maybe you're brand new and you really just have no idea what you're doing. You haven't quite figured it out. You're like, I'm not sure how this thing works. You're really trying to memorize the steps to the sale, the scripts, and all that stuff. And if that's the case, then you're 4. So you fall into one of these 4 categories, right? You're either have a really crappy month going. You have barely, sorry, I'm doggy sitting for my niece down there somewhere, my niece puppy. You either really don't have your month going. It's a so-so month. You're crushing the month, or you're brand new and you're like, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Like, no idea. Can't figure out how to catch your stride, right? And so wherever you are, I want you to know that there's only one thing that's stopping you from this place right now, wherever your sales are, whether it's $0 or 150,000 and it's not acceptable for you. Whatever that place is, from where you are right now to where you want to be, that one thing is what's going on in here. It has nothing to do with the tours you're getting. It has nothing to do with the sales that you haven't yet gotten. Well, it has everything to do with that, right? Because that's what's going to shift you. But that thing has everything to do with what's going on in your head. And the problem is this, is that, I was talking to a rep recently and she just came off a really incredible month. I was out in San Diego and having lunch with some of my coaching clients, and one of them was like, oh my God, I just got off an incredible month. Like she just had, I think it was like $450,000 month, right? And so now it's like at a new company and things have really shifted for her. So she's like, what's my new goal? Like, do I up that goal really high? So she's having that mind block rather, and she's not really in her mind on track for hitting that goal. yet, right? Yet. And so my dad's messaging me about, have you killed the bees? I'm like, yes, I'm trying to kill the bees. If you didn't hear, that's like, I ran inside because I was killing bees. So what that means is we've got to make sure that what we consciously say we want, we subconsciously believe we can achieve. And if you've been listening to my podcast at all, the 1% Life, or you've heard any of my trainings, I preach what happens in here because that is the only thing that matters. The only thing that matters from getting you where you are right now to where you want to be is the stuff going on between the head. And it's not the conscious stuff, it's the unconscious stuff. And that's the problem. So one of the things that I talked to my coaching client about was, let's get you to that $450,000 month again, yet let's do it strategically, right? Let's adjust your no matter what goal so that now it's 3 months in a row you hit it. Now, do you believe that when you hit it 3 months in a row, your subconscious mind will actually say, oh, I actually have a greater level of certainty now than whether it was just like 1 month. Then it's kind of a fluke, right? It's a fluke. You had a fluke of a good month. It's like the one-hit wonder, right? Nobody wants to be a one-hit wonder. So it's all about being strategic in how you think about your month and how you also set your goals. But the thing about it is a lot of people get really freaked out at month end, and the more they start thinking about their goals, the more disconnected they get from the sales process. And if this is you, drop a yes below because I'm curious where you guys are, because there are a lot of people who are in that boat. And, it's like the moment I start thinking about my goals, I stop selling. And really that's a block that you're having subconsciously because, and we just talked about this with one of my coaching clients recently in the 1%, my mastermind. And, now that she's in the mastermind, we're really focusing on knowing your numbers because it's important to know your numbers so you can know how to improve upon your numbers. What you don't focus on will never grow and expand, right? If you don't know your numbers, you'll never be able to increase them. Hi, Doggy Pants. You want to say hi? This is Uma. She's cute. Hopefully you can see her. She's grunting. She's like, take me to the beach, Auntie. So what you do not focus on, you cannot expand. What you do give attention to, what you do consciously direct your energy towards will grow because naturally that's what you're concentrating on, right? And so all your energy, your focus, your desire, your hunger, your passion lies in improving upon those numbers. So, where was I at? When it comes to your month, guys, I want you to really look at what are you focused on right now? Because if you're focused on the struggle that you're experiencing, right, the challenge that you're having, and maybe you even want to share it below, and I'd love that because I'm sure you're not alone, right? So what is it that you believe is holding you back right now from that next level? I don't care if you're selling, quote unquote selling, but what's that thing in your mind? What's that thing that's like holding you back in your mind? Or are you completely focused on the top? Because that's pretty freaking awesome if you are. And I guarantee you this, be honest with what that thing is. When you can really see it and hear it and understand it and get it, that's when you can change it. That's when you can change it. Uma, please. Yes, thank you. That's when you can change it. And so what's that thing that you're focused on thought-wise? And where's your energy going? Is it on struggle right now? Is it on feeling like you're challenged and you're struggling and you just can't seem to get into flow? Because if it is, then that's where you're going to end, unfortunately. Okay? I hate to tell you. So you've got to radically be able to shift that. You've got to have a massive shift of energy. You have to have a massive shift of focus. You have to have a massive shift of frequency and vibration and all the things that we talk about in the Top Bonus Challenge to just not even know what happened, but to radically shift through that and get to the top and start selling deals and piling them on. And that's really what is needed. And then the question becomes, well, how do I do that? How do I shift out of that space of things are just kind of okay, or this may not be my month, or, one of the legends, a Wyndham legend reached out to me last month and she says, I really want to join your challenge, which she's been saying for the past 4-5 months now, which is funny. And, but now's the time. I didn't think it was before. I'm like, well, what makes you think it's now? She said, I don't know. I'm just not that motivated. I said, well, you weren't motivated last month either, right? And I'm not, I didn't know it wasn't about all the sales strategy and the stuff, because I know all that stuff. I said, yeah, actually has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. And it has everything to do with what you think is in it is what is actually not. But that's the thing that creates the shift. That's why we had somebody who came off a record year, hit legend in their company, just a freaking banner year, like amazing year, made the most money they've ever made in their life, almost $500,000, right? And then has had the worst year since. The worst year since. Haven't been able to give it away, barely not even cracked six figures, like the worst year. She joined the challenge. And before, just the energy of joining the challenge shifted everything. Went out and sold like 100K right before the day before the challenge began. And that was like, I haven't done that, or some big deal. It was really huge. And then ended up hitting, pretty much qualified for top bonus, but some, stuff's always going on. So anyways, so like fell just shy of it by like that much, but it sold well over $300,000 after not having sold that in 6 months, 7 months, I think, even longer. Now, what do you think that would do for your life if you had a $300,000 month, right? What would that do for your life? And I tell you what it did for hers. It changed everything, because she found the thing as a top performer. And not all of you are top performers. So this will only resonate with probably the 1% out there. So I'll talk to the 99% in just a moment. But as a 1%er, we can't see what's in our blind spot. In fact, none of us can. We can't see the thing in the story that we're telling ourselves that's keeping us out of flow, right? That's keeping us in a funk, that's made us go from having an incredible month or an incredible year to like, I don't know what's going on. And I talk to top performers after top performers after top performers, and it's not just one person. It happens all the time, right? Maybe you can relate to this. What's going on, Asia, the Rockstar Ramirez? And maybe you can relate to this. And the thing about it is when you get out of that current environment that you're in, that's created the problem in the first place. When you get out of that environment, only then can you see what you were not seeing. Only then will you be able to shift through the thing that was keeping you stuck, the thing that was blocking you from that next level, the thing that is blocking you from the top. And that is what the Top Bonus Challenge is designed to do. And that is why it not only, we just had another Wyndham legend joined, super pumped for that. Like, I love it. The word is out there, you guys. We cannot hide it anymore. Everyone's wondering, what is going on in that Top Bonus Challenge that is seriously saving careers, changing lives, and the ripple effect is real. The ripple effect is real. By the way, if you've been in the challenge, please tell everybody why they need to be in the challenge, and that if it's worth their $97 to be in the challenge, because honestly, if you can't spend $97 on yourself, I hate to say it, but you don't deserve to be in this industry, or to be good at it at least. To be good at it, and that's just the honest truth. And the only reason we charge is because if we didn't, you wouldn't get the results. You would not create the results. You would not. And I have people try to give me, hey, can you give me this, friends, can you give me this free training? No, I can't, because if I give it to you, it's not going to do anything. You won't get the results. You've got to have energy invested. You have to have something energetically invested in it in order to actually show up and create the shift and create the change. And that's just how the subconscious mind works. So it was the least thing that we can do. I literally show up for you guys, pour my heart, pour my soul into it. It's a combination of recordings and trainings and some subconscious reprogramming. So I'm literally working with your subconscious mind. You are working with your subconscious mind. I just help facilitate the process every single day. And then I coach you live over 50-60% of the time right now. It's not going to stay that way, but right now. And, and there's a daily component, like you get me live, right? And I leave you recordings and memos, and, you get to see me literally working through the issue, the goal that you have, and like, how do we get you there? Nope, that's not congruent with you. Let's shift that. Here's what we need to do to get you into momentum right now. And that thing that you may think you want, you may not be set up to get yet. So we can get you there, and maybe even this month, but it's all about the strategy. And that's the kind of stuff that we talk about in the challenge. And every single day there's a different theme. Every day there's a different theme that really helps program you to be a one percenter, to get to the top, not only this month, but every single month. And I can't tell you how many people actually tell me, oh my God, Joni, we robbed you, we cheated you. My spouse has got so much out of the challenge. My significant other is just, it helped their sales so much. And I love that. I want that for you and for them and for all of you. So it's, the one thing I do want to tell you is that we may not be doing it next month, and it's because there's a lot of travel involved for next month for me. So I'm not sure that I can make it work. I'm literally gone majority 70% of the challenge. So if you do want in and you've been sitting on the fence and you're wondering, what is it about this challenge? Then I highly encourage you to just stop thinking. I mean, it's not that big of a risk. It's not like you're buying a house. It's not like you're buying, you could maybe buy a house actually with what happens at the end of this challenge, just saying, because we have had people literally make it over 50,000, at the end. So that's not a guarantee, and that's not even a promise, and that's probably not for you. We got to put that disclaimer in there because not everybody is a one percenter. But what I do love is that even the 99% can become the 1% through the top bonus challenge. So if you're serious about really cranking it up, maybe you're piling it on already and you just want to start selling some more, then this is the challenge for you. Be like the other legends that we have and the other top one percenters and just stay in that frequency. Get into a frequency. Guys, this is unlike anything that you have seen in this industry. I guarantee you. It's nothing like what is going on in any training meeting, any training course or whatever is even out there. It's not. It's just not. So release your expectations and just know that whatever you need is on the inside. And I will do everything I can to get that for you. And the other top bonus challengers will help create that environment and that safe space to just be you. So whether you're just beginning in this industry and you're feeling like you don't know what you're doing, I'll tell you what's happening is you're in your head. You're so in your head right now, and you're probably overly memorizing the steps and the scripts, and you're beating yourself up, and you're being way too process oriented and way too analytical. We're going to shift everything for you, or I'm going to try to do my best to help you shift all of that stuff, because that's what's keeping you stuck and not performing. If you are having a so-so month, why not give yourself some pretty damn good odds of just being able to ignite this month. And here's what it comes down to. Not only the thing in your head, but that thing in your head will radically shift when you start with one. One deal, one tour, one wave can shift everything for you. It literally can change your entire month. And so for how many of you, let me just ask, would one deal begin to change a lot, right? If one deal would change a lot, just drop a yes below, right? And when you can remember, got my niece Sea Dog with her bear bell on because we're going out to the cabin. And so she has to wear her bear bell if you hear that dinging. And that one deal is what shifts the frequency within you. It's what shifts the, oh my God, I can do this. It's what creates that excitement, that feeling of it's possible. Maybe I can. Maybe I don't need to leave this industry. Maybe it's for me. Or maybe you've been in the industry for a while and you just need that one deal because you haven't sold in a week or two. And let me tell you, it will absolutely happen when you lean into the challenge and you show up in a big way. So I'm there to support you guys. Go to toplevelbonus.com. You can see how we actually pay you to be in the challenge, which is crazy. Like literally before the challenge starts, you can already be earning money. And we have a couple people who've already referred a rock star in there. And you can refer anybody by just sending them to toplevelbonus.com as well, signing up just like you, and then it will say who referred you. And then once you get into the Facebook group, you do need to be on Facebook, but all of you are. Once you get into the Facebook group, there'll be instructions on how to hashtag refer a rock star. So you get paid, and we pay you $97 per person you bring in. So it can literally be not only FREE, but you can also start making some of this before we even begin. And why do I do that? Because you know what? We need to help more people in this industry. Too many people are struggling. Too many people are losing their minds, their careers, their families over not having their stuff together, not getting this. And it's not that hard. It's not that hard. So I want to help you guys get there, help you get to the top this month. What would it do for you if you could have 2 extra deals this month. That was a 1. 2 extra, because it starts with 1. 2 extra deals this month. What would it do with you if you could have 4 extra deals this month? What would it do for you if you could have 8 extra deals? We had a rock star sell 9 out of the 10 days last challenge and got promoted to manager. He was like, we had another rock star, Eileen. She got promoted to manager. Because of what happens in just 10 days, you guys. And she said, I didn't even know what to do. I couldn't even say no. It's like I come in, there's a party going on for me because she's been in the challenge for now 2 months. This is going to be 3. And they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're a whole different rep. But that's what we do here, guys. Bring your crew, bring your clan, bring them in. And when you bring your tribe, everybody thrives. So I wasn't trying to rhyme, but I kind of did. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in. We start in just a couple days. Go see. The timer is counting down. toplevelbonus.com. We'll see you there. Peace. Bye.